Okay, so if you've purchased a pack, this is what you will have received. Do let me know if there's anything missing. I will of course send them out immediately. If you haven't purchased a pack, this is what you will need. I'll go through it very quickly. We have 8 charms. Each selection will be slightly different. We'll have 4 earring hooks or shepherd's hooks. There will be a selection of, these are ball head pins. There will be jump rings. There will be 2 sections of chain. There will be 8 beads in total. And I also put a few extra bits in just in case. So really quick introduction to the tools that you're going to need for this tutorial. These are round nose pliers, and they are called that because they have a round nose. And these are chain or snipe or flat pliers. I use these all day long. These are really helpful. Mine have a cutting blade in the middle, which is great. If you don't have that, you can always get these. These are side cutting pliers. I would say that these 3 are your staple, and if you're considering making jewellery, this is what you should be looking for. The first thing I'm going to show you is how to make a really simple loop. Now, as you have 8 beads in your pack, I would strongly suggest that you do all 8 at once. That'll get you into a routine, and they should then all end up the same. So all you're going to do is take your bead, and you're going to take your wire. You're going to make sure that it is all the way to the end, so using your finger, press that firmly on the end, and then using the pressure of this finger, you can use pliers, but I find it easier to do with your finger. Just put the pressure on this wire and bend it through 90 degrees. So there you go, you've got a bend in your wire of 90 degrees. I'm then going to take the cutters. So on my chain nose pliers I have cutters. If not, you can always use your side cutters, and you're going to take it to about the 8 or 9 millimeter point, and you're then just going to cut off that excess. You're then going to take your round nose pliers, and we're going to just grip right on the end there of our wire. Now at this point, it's a really good idea, if you want to ensure continuity of the same size loops every time, put a little mark on the round nose pliers, and that'll ensure you have the same circumference each time. So we're just going to use our wrist to roll this towards the bead. So moving it in, roll that around, take it out, and then just grip again and continue that roll all the way until it joins up. And that's a really simple loop. Now, if you find that it hasn't joined up at the base there, you can always use your chain nose pliers just to give it a bit of a press to make sure it does join up. It's really important that it does join, otherwise that will fall off your chain. So you just need to do that 7 more times. Let's talk jump rings. Now, there's a very simple way to open and close jump rings, and it's the correct way to do it, and this will ensure that you don't have a gap. So all you're going to do is hold the chain nose pliers on one side. You can just see the join here, and then you're going to take your round nose pliers and you're going to hold them in this hand. Now this will depend upon your dominant hand. So I'm dominant on my right hand, so all I'm doing is I'm going to pull towards me with my dominant hand, my right hand. I'm going to push away from me with my left hand, and I'm just going to slightly open. Now can you see that's just slightly open there? And that's exactly how to do a jump ring. And when you close it, it's exactly the reverse. So you're just going to move it in the different direction and just keep going until you make sure that it is completely closed. That's the way to do a jump ring. You should never try to pull a jump ring apart, such as this one's been done here. This will never close properly, and you will always have a gap, and this will ruin your jewellery. So all you've got to remember is that nice simple twist, and that's how to use a jump ring. So now you have your wires and loops on your beads, and I've showed you how to open jump rings. We're ready to construct our earrings. Now you can do this in any way you want, but don't forget, if you've purchased the pack, you'll find 2 lengths of chain in there. That is for 2 pairs of earrings, so each length of chain will make 2 earrings. So all I've done is, using the same technique I showed you for opening jump rings, I have broken down that chain into different lengths. So I have a long, medium and short here. As you can see, I've done the same with the first earring I've constructed, but you can do anything you want. So you could have 2 long, you could have 3, 4, however many chains you want. If you have different charms at home, you can always add more. So very simply, it's now a case of putting this together exactly how you want it. So I'm just going to replicate the one I made previously. I'm going to place this large bead on the end of this long chain, and exactly the same way as I showed you previously, we're just going to shut that And that's that one. Then I've decided that I want to put this little bead. I'm going to put that on the end of the short wire. So again, that just goes through there, and then we just close up that jump ring. That's nice and tight there. And then I have some small charms. Now on this one I've used the hand of a clock and a key, but this time I've decided I quite like the idea of a spoon. So I'm just going to put a spoon onto that middle one and close that one up, making sure it's completely closed. That's the middle one. And then I've decided that halfway up this chain here with the large bead, I would like to put a gear. So I have this gear here, and I'm just going to add that there on my chain. Now you simply need to put them onto your earring, and exactly the same as I've showed you with the jump ring, we're just going to open up our earring loop that way. I've decided I want to put the long one on the front. So let's drop that so you can see. Then I'm going to put the short one behind that. And then finally I'm going to put that one there, and then close up the earring, and that's it. That's my pair of earrings. Now yours will be very different to mine. You can really enjoy being creative with it. Don't forget, if you do make them, please do take a photograph and send it over to me at Maybe Moor on Facebook. I'd love to see what you make.